Uncle Dave from DC's Adventures, and this is my Olight collection. And I have you hanging from some weird contraption because my tripod broke. But these are all the Olights that I own right now, and this is the one I've had for years. I actually have two of these, and one goes in the pistol in my nightstand, and one used to be on my rifle. It's a PL Mini. And I actually liked it on my rifle. I love it on my handgun, but I used to like it on my rifle a lot too. Just because it's so small and really light, and that's how I like my setup, as light as possible. But it is only 400 lumens and doesn't have that many options. So this week I bought one of these, and this thing is a lot nicer, but it is a lot heavier and a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But still pretty nice. And at first I was thinking, I don't know if it was really right for my setup, and maybe I'd go back to this. But this thing does a max of 1350 lumens and throws 200 meters and definitely lights up a much bigger area in my yard when I have to go out and investigate stuff, which I live way out in the woods by myself. So that happens a lot. It's usually raccoons or bears that I'm going out to deal with. And this thing also has a green laser on it. And I thought that was a nice little feature. And it turns out I like it for the most part. But this video really isn't about these firearm flashlights. But I wanted to show them because I do own them and I do like both of them quite a bit. This video though is mostly about my everyday carry lights, and I have a couple new ones. But the one I just got today in the mail, I started messing around with, was this Baton III. And this is the limited edition, so it comes with the charger case, which I have charging right now. I suppose I'll grab it. But with this little charger box, this charger case will charge this 3.7 times. So that's pretty cool. That's why I got it, because I thought when I'm hiking and camping, if I bring this all charged up, with this all charged up, I should be able to get through, you know, a 3 or 4 day camping trip without having to charge it again. Which is pretty nice, but there's this magnetic charging spot here. So the chargers that came with my my handgun light, see, it's the same magnetic charging system, will charge this, so you don't have to necessarily always have this case. You can just use one of the Olight magnetic chargers on here. So after playing around with this for the last day and a half, I'm gonna have to say though, I don't know, I bought both of these this year, and I've been using this one for the last couple months now, and I just got this one today. But this is the i5R, and has the tail switch and everything. And to be perfectly honest, this baton is a little bit smaller than I was thinking. I mean, I knew it was going to be small, but it's a little bit smaller than I think I like. You know, it's so small that it seems like I might drop it easily, you know, slip out of my hands. Like, it's hard to kind of like manipulate it. It's so small. I mean, it's not hard to manipulate it, it's just, it's so small. I mean, I'm a big guy and my hands are big, so it's like, this is kind of a little too small. And I don't know, if it was in your pocket, it's definitely going to be light and you're not going to hardly feel it, but it's pretty small. And after having this one the last couple months, this is now one of my favorite EDC lights. It's not super bright. With the first click, it's 15 lumens, and it will run for, it'll run for about 37 hours at 15 lumens, and then you double click it and it goes up to 350 lumens, and it will run like this for about 10-15 minutes, and then it will pull itself down to about 150 lumens, which I've never really even ran it long enough that it does that, because it's just a EDC flashlight that I use, you know, when I need a flashlight really quick, a little bit of light. and I never end up getting to that 15 minutes where it will step down. But I really like this, and I really like the tail switch. You know, these side switches, my old flashlight has a side switch like this, and the problem I was having is I'd be like walking in the grocery store and someone would tell me, oh, your pocket is flashing. And in my other flashlight, if you held down this button, the strobe feature would come on, which is basically the same thing that happens with this baton. If you hold this down long enough, the strobe feature will come on. And with these side buttons, I was constantly having the strobe feature come on in my pocket, or sometimes the regular light would just come on in my pocket with these side buttons because I have other stuff in my pocket, and sometimes the other stuff in my pocket, like my I carry a little pocket Constitution, and sometimes in that same pocket, and sometimes it would hit the switch and then turn my light on, and then it would start killing my light battery, you know. And that can be a problem when you're carrying an everyday carry light. You want it to work when you go to use it, and if it comes on in your pocket and dies, and it won't work when you go to use it. So I still got a lot of testing to do on this, and experimenting, and see how much I like it. But this is a really small flashlight. I think this is going to stay in my hiking pack for the most part, and probably not going to be my new EDC, which is what I bought it for. Because this one, which I bought this one just randomly, it had a quicker shipping on it, and I had some money on my Amazon card from a gift card that someone had given me, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll try it out, not even thinking. I just thought this was going to be an extra flashlight that I like threw in a backpack, but it's become one of my favorite flashlights. And it comes with a rechargeable battery on board, which you have to take this whole thing off, and it's an actual battery. Looks like it's the same exact size of a AA battery, and it has a USB-C port, and you charge the battery straight in there, right there. So I like having a rechargeable battery, that way I'm not blowing through batteries. But this light will also run off of a regular AA battery. So if this battery isn't charged and I need to replace it with a AA battery real quick to get it working, it will work with any standard AA battery, which is a really nice feature. It makes it so it's more dual use, you know. That's one of the reasons why I really like this flashlight. And then we have the i3T Plus. So the original i3T Plus, the original i3T was half of this size, which this takes 2 AAA batteries. The original one was half the size and only took 1 AAA battery. And the run times were a lot less on that. I got this free when I ordered this with Black Friday. So I'm actually going to give this one to one of my nephews, I think, and hook him up with a flashlight so he has something to carry on him all the time. But it is a little bit long, you know, like this one right here is pretty much perfect size. It fits in your hand where it's completely covered in your hand. Little button. And this one is about twice the size. It stick out of your hand quite a bit. But it's still pretty nice. But this one doesn't have rechargeable batteries. This one you just use regular AAA batteries in. And I think that they might have an i3R, which has a rechargeable battery, but I'm not positive. They might not. It might just be i3T with just regular AAA batteries. And then I got this free also with that order because it was Black Friday. And they give these away with a lot of orders for free. As long as you spend more than like $100, they'll give you one of these. And this is actually a pretty nice little keychain light. There are the stats on it, up to 180 lumens for 23 minutes. And you can do the 5 lumen, which is like a moonlight, for up to 12 hours. And this thing, you unscrew it, and there's a USB-C port under there, so you can charge it. And it has one of Olight's batteries in it. I'm not really sure if that battery is supposed to come out or not. I don't think it is, so, or at least I've never tried taking it out of one of these. But I have used one of these a bunch of times. You know, I have one on my hiking pack right at the zipper opening, so when I need to look in my pack, I can use this flashlight and not have to go hunting for a flashlight. Altogether, these are all really good EDC flashlights, but like I said, I'm really loving this. This is like one of the coolest, just most perfect size and weight, and for carryability, or like everyday carry, this is probably the most practical product I've had from Olight. It's just, I don't know, it's gonna be hard to beat this. Give me 1 second, I'll grab the flashlight I'm replacing this with. This is an old Soon Fire flashlight. Some guys might recognize this. This is a flashlight. It's been on Amazon for years, but this is the flashlight I used to carry in my pocket every day, and it was a little bit too heavy, and this button is just accessed too easily, and it would like come on in my pocket all the time. I do love this flashlight though, and this flashlight now will sit right by the door at my cabin. So if I have to go out really quick to like go to the outhouse or something, this is the flashlight I'll grab. But it does, I mean, I don't see me finding something better for everyday carry anytime soon than this one right here, the Olight i5R EOS. I don't know what the EOS stands for. Not really sure. Yeah, it doesn't really say what it stands for. They had a sticker. Amazon had put a sticker over this, so it's hard to see all the stats here. But there it is right there. It's just a little over 2 ounces. I really love this flashlight. So, well, there's a quick look at all my Olight flashlights, and I'm putting this review up. I paid for all of these in full. I mean, these two came as free gifts with purchases, but I made these purchases. I wasn't given these by Olight. I like Olight products. I mean, like I said, this product right here I've had for like, I don't know, close to 3 years now. This Olight pistol light, and I really like it. It's really handy, and every night when you go to put it on the nightstand on your pistol, it's easy to charge. You can just put the magnetic, you don't even have to like dismount it from the gun. You can just put the magnetic charger on it and she's charging away. So I'll come back and I'll make another video in a couple months about this compared to this, because I had this on one of my rifles too. I own 2 of these right here, and I have one on my pistol and one on my rifle, and it's really nice, slick, and really small and light. Really nice for the rifle, but this thing has a lot more options that make more sense for the rifle, and the actual button operation is a lot better too. Like, this is set up for a pistol, so when I had it on a rifle, it really didn't work quite as well as this does. Plus this thing right here, so these are the buttons here, so you push it, comes on, and you also got a laser, which you can't see on here. Yeah, you can't see on here, but there's like switches and everything. Switch it over to just laser. There's the laser. And the laser's, pretty accurate. It seems like it holds 0 pretty good. I mean, nothing you'd want to rely out to any distance on, but if it's the middle of the night and you're half asleep, it might be good to have a laser. It can make things really quick. But for $24 extra, I also got this Olight pressure switch, which I don't particularly like the mounting like case thing that they came up with for this switch, but the switch does work really well, and that could be handy too. And this pressure switch is a lot quieter than the audible click that this makes. So if that makes a difference, I mean, it shouldn't make that much of a difference, because when you turn on a light, you would obviously give your position away. So I don't know, the sound that the click sound that a light makes when you turn it on doesn't really matter that much, because you obviously give your position away when you turn on the light. So yeah, I like this thing, but I'll have to come back in another couple months after I've spent some time practicing and training with it and let you guys know. Uncle Dave from DC's Adventures. This is my Olight collection.